Hello everyone and welcome. We're in Corfu with the best weather for November month, and I'm honored today to have a very successful woman with me, Kate. Hello Kate, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
I know that you are a person that came to Corfu about 17 years ago, right?
Yes.
You came here at a very young age. You gave a big impact on our island because you got into tourism and specifically the luxury tourism.
When I was 16, I was already studying business in a business academy. It was a very strict academy, very strict school. And the business taught me a lot, and I already made some successful businesses that time at 16. So for me to make money
Very
was...
young age.
Yes.
Very young age, okay.
But it was not difficult for me, it was somehow totally natural to me.
So you have it in your blood, right? In your veins.
So, yes, I think I'm a business entrepreneur in the blood. And so when I finished my high school and I had to decide for university, I said, okay, I don't want to study more business because I thought I knew everything about business. So I thought, okay, I want to study something like artistic, literature, languages, cultures, and stuff like that.
Artistics, yeah.
So I wanted to travel the world and know the people, and that made me very interested. So when I came to Corfu after my studies of linguistics and literature,
For holidays, right?
For holidays, yes.
Pure luck,
Yeah.
pure luck, okay.
So as a tourist, I came and I said, wow, what is this island? What is this place? It's so beautiful, so green and peaceful and no criminality. The people were very, very good-hearted. And architecture, it's a mixture of metropolitan architecture. We have Venetian, English, French influences.
Corfu has a big European history.
Exactly, it's
An
a
impact
mixture
from
of
Europe.
cultures, yes. So I love that, and I loved, of course, the people that from all over the world, they travel here and also they live here. So it was very cosmopolitan to me, and nice and peaceful and clean. And no criminality. I love all those things about Corfu. So I said, okay, this is a great place for me to live. And then I was thinking, okay, how to survive here.
Yes, I have to make money with some way.
Yes.
Okay.
So of course there is no other industry in Corfu but tourism industry. So I knew that I'm gonna work in tourism. And I'm always this kind of person that creativity moves me, drives me. This is my motivation. So I try to find the holes in tourism. Like what is missing
What
here
is missing from tourism?
in Greece, yes, in Corfu.
That was the luxury tourism, right?
And exactly, that was luxury tourism, because I realized luxury tourism is something very beneficial to locals because it brings different quality of clients, and also it makes a great marketing to the island.
Yes.
So it's a win-win situation, and I always love those. So we started with cruise ships, of course, with weddings, events.
You organize
VIP
weddings,
clients.
right?
Yes, I was one of the first pioneers to organize weddings and events in Corfu for VIP and foreigners. So it was a great and invigorating experience.
So, Katerina, you are in a stage in your life that you want to leave something sure behind, and you want to invest and start something new, right?
Yes, a big question for everybody. So what are you gonna do now after 17 years of luxury tourism and a successful business? And I said, okay, I think I mastered tourism. I know its positive and negative sides, and I started to be kind of bored. It became more routine to me. So I said I need something else in my life, and not only something else in the means of work, different department, but something else revolutionary, different. At this time, I will do things differently. This time, I will not look at myself and my company, but I'm gonna look on people and offer them some value in their lives, help them.
You want to help.
Exactly. So I was thinking how I can help the other people, how I can live my better life. And I realized that the only way to help is to help promote health, because health is everything. If you are not healthy, you basically cannot enjoy nothing in life.
Depressed, you are not happy, many things. Your mental and your physical health.
Yes, and it's not only you. If you are ill, you also affect the people around you, your family, your friends.
The vibes.
You cannot enjoy exactly the energy. So it was, the whole concept was there, that I want to promote health and I want to offer people value and health. And I start to think about it like, okay, how you do that? Nutrition is one thing, it's a very big department, and I myself study naturopathy in Swiss Institute. So I deal with natural stuff and natural nutrition. However, I think for people it's more easier to start with everyday essentials, to start from outside in, meaning not only the food, but start what we put on our body, exactly on our skin, because the skin is the largest organ of our body. and it's a living organ like heart, lungs, whatever. So
It's connected
same.
to all the organs.
Yeah, but it's the same living organ. You see, if you say to somebody, take a petroleum product and put it on your heart, you will say like, no. But then somebody gives you Vaseline and you put it on and it says fine on your skin, and it's not. It's the same petroleum product. So this is something that people do not know, and I didn't know either. I had to find the hard way. 6 years ago, I got a very bad acne on my face. I was looking really terribly, worse than teenager, and I was very desperate about it. I visited many dermatologists, doctors. They couldn't help me. I took lots of antibiotics and cortisone. Nothing helped me. And then I said to myself, okay, there's something wrong. Something must be happening here. So I took all my creams from my house. I put them on my desk. And I started writing the ingredients they had, and one by one I was searching them online and identifying what they actually are. And I realized, to my big shock and horror, that most of them were absolutely
Harmful.
full of toxic ingredients, like really toxic,
Oh my
poisonous
God.
ingredients. And wait a second, I was buying creams €200 and up. I was buying high brands because I thought that more money you pay for some cream, better it is. But it was not the truth.
Not this.
It's not this. So there is one ancient Greek saying which says that don't put on your skin something that you wouldn't eat. And that's exactly what it is. I totally turned to organic cosmetics, and I saw the difference almost immediately. Months after months I was better and better, and within 1 year my skin reborn, and I
So fast.
had a new skin, and my skin was so great, much better than when I was a teenager, when I was a young person. So it was like, wow, what a big
Yes.
difference. And knowing that and experienced that, I said to myself, okay, I need to share this with others. I need to share this with other people, other
To
women.
open other people my eyes.
Yes, to understand, how important it is what we put on our skin. We always put skin second. We are more careful about what we eat, but we are not careful about what we put on our skin. So then I was thinking, okay, what products I will bring to the world? Where do I start? And I said to myself, okay, what we do first thing in the morning? The first thing in the morning, we actually wake up and we have a shower.
A daily routine.
Daily routine. And the daily routine is something that if you introduce few healthy things on your daily routine, overall, with years, you will
We'll see a
actually start
change.
benefiting. Yes. So, but if you in your daily routine you have something toxic, over the time,
You
there
will see the effect.
Exactly, there will be the harmful effect one day or another. It will show. So I suddenly realized that it starts with a shower, everything. And I investigated more, and it led me to the natural sea sponge. Now, natural sea sponge is a product that it's totally given to us from nature.
From nature.
It's a 100% natural being. It's a creature that is half plant, half animal. In Greek, it's called zoophyto. And it doesn't have nervous system or blood circulatory system, or it doesn't have brain or any of that, but it's still an animal because of the way it reproduces and it lives.
So, what exactly the sea sponge is? What infos we have about it? Does the sponge exist in all over the world seas?
Yes, each sea in the world have sponges. Sponge lives very deep on the bottom of the oceans and seas, and based on the conditions, it's also the quality. We have about 200 kinds of sponge, but only 15 are used for commercial purposes. Corfu Island has the best quality because it's Ionian Sea, and Ionian Sea is the cleanest sea in Europe.
In Europe.
It's
so
amazing.
we have the cleanest sea in Europe,
Yes.
the Corfu people. Okay.
It basically has clean air. There is no air pollution here.
Yes.
So because of no air pollution, we can benefit, also the seas benefit. And also the chefs, the international chefs will tell you that the fish fished in the Ionian Sea has the best taste in the world. It's so tasty. And the same goes for the sponge. The sponge has a very nice plankton to eat. It's not polluted at all, and it thrives. And actually, it's very interesting, and this I really have to tell you that what I love on the sponge is that more we harvest it, better it thrives. Like nature itself tells us, use it. This is your gift from me to you, and use it. It's my present, because we do not really diminish it, we do not destroy it. It's a 100% natural renewable source, and that's the amazing thing. So that is why I love it so much, because I don't feel I make some impact on the nature. I feel actually I help it.
So, please, Katie, give me the biggest difference between this natural sponge and the synthetic one, which we buy from supermarkets and stuff like this.
Yeah, I'm very happy you asked me that question, because that is a huge, huge difference. And the first difference is that the synthetic sponge besides made totally artificially from polyurethane foams, etc., 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 it's also dyed by artificial colors that are toxic many times, and also at the end is injected with one chemical that is called triclosan. Now triclosan is used to play antibacterial role, so the sponge doesn't get moldy, doesn't get fungus and any bacteria. However, whenever we rub it on our skin, the synthetic sponge, the triclosan is exposed to our skin and it actually enters our bloodstream and poisons us. It's a toxic. Now this sponge has its own ability to fight bacteria and fungus. It never gets molded. It cannot happen because of the way it's made, because
So
it lives in the sea.
it has a self-defensive system.
Exactly, it has a self-protective system that it doesn't allow any bacteria to harvest and to multiply. So it's totally clean always.
So this is the way that the sponge cleans itself?
Exactly, it's an automatic self-cleaning processing. If you want to prolong its life, you can actually soak it in the soda bicarbonate, 1 tablespoon of soda bicarbonate in a water, lukewarm water, never hot water. If you use hot water, it's going to be very hard. And then you leave it for 15 minutes in that solution. Then you wash it with the water and it's just perfect like new.
It's like new.
And it lasts 7 years.
7 years.
I mean, this sponge here I have here, it's my own sponge and I use for 3 years of daily use. And it's a little bit, I could trim the little bit the top, so to keep it like new. And if I put it in soda bicarbonate, it will be totally like new, brand new. Now this sponge here, it's hard, as you can see. This is the sponge how our customers basically, when they open the box, they will get sponge like this, harder one. And that is because it's sun-dried and disinfected on sun. And that is why it's a little bit hard. But once they dump it with water, it's going to be soft like this. Look,
Soft like
touch this.
so smooth.
Yes, touch it, how
Yes.
it's soft. It is
It's
extremely
very smooth.
soft, yes.
It's very smooth.
Very nice and pleasant.
What are the uses of the sponge?
Okay,
Expect
so-
from bathing, actually.
Yes, we have actually many uses. In ancient times, they were using sea sponge for many different things. Like, for example, ancient Romans used it to tap their helmet with it, to be soft and to actually absorb the perspiration when they were fighting, and also to protect them. In the ancient Egypt, they were using the sponge to embalm the dead body of the pharaoh.
But they were
And
cleaning
also
the
Cleopatra-
bodies.
Yes, embalming them when they died, when they deceased. And also in ancient Egypt, Cleopatra, for example, she was using it to put olive oil and different essential oils on it, and she was actually applying on her body all the oils with a sponge. And then we had ancient Greece, of course, where all the athletes on Olympic Games used to embalm their body as well with olive oil and different oils before the Olympic Games, before the games.
So have to deal with a natural gift that is very ancient.
It's very ancient. Actually, sponge, it's a multicellular organism that is one of the first inhabitants of this planet. What we can do today, yes, today why we use it. So first of all is of course for our bathing, for our shower and for our bath, but it's not only that, it doesn't stop there. We use it also for washing off very gentle surfaces where we don't want to scratch them at all, because this cannot really scratch you or scar you. So, for example, expensive cars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, etc. We use it today in feminine hygiene. This was actually one of the first tampons used by girls, because the new modern technology uses a lot of bleach and chemicals in a conventional tampon. So this thing here is totally natural.
Totally natural.
And it's perfect absorbency. So the sponge has absolutely amazing absorbency. It's totally natural. It's actually good for you. So that is why it's a very modern type of modern feminine hygiene tampon, and is used a lot in America and Europe nowadays. Then, of course, another use is pets. You know, animals. We have dogs. We have cats. It's fantastic for them.
It's
totally
like
natural.
it's pretty much for everything, right?
For everything, and of course, the number one use around the world is for babies and newborn children.
For babies and
Yes, because their skin is extremely sensitive
and they need
and
something
needs the best. Yes, and they need something very gentle, non-chemical, and even when we
completely
don't
natural.
use, yes, exactly, and even though we don't use any shower gel or anything, this is gonna clean their skin perfectly because of the enzymes and minerals that are embedded inside the body of the sponge. So for people with sensitive skin, people with allergies, with psoriasis, with any dermatitis or any condition of the skin, this is the best solution. It's the only solution they can use.
So I guess we are in the end of our meeting. I want to thank you very much for all of this. And I hope you are going to success on this new industry of your life. It's something new for you, and I hope you're gonna make what you made in Corfu 17 years ago.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity to give this interview, and all the best to you too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.